Okay, so now that we have created the artifact, we now want to, which is this, by the way. We have created this, it's interactive, we can change it within Claude, but if we want to productize this or share it with a friend, we need to be able to share that more widely. So the instruction here is to go to claude.ai in your browser, which is simply Claude's version of the like ChatGPT's. It's basically like a web page interface. And then we go to the instructions again, start new chat, and then we open the dashboard file, which is where that is in the folder Claude saved it to. Right click and choose open with any text editor. So we go to claude.ai, which is just the chat online version in the browser window for Claude. Start new chat, which is going to be just in this box here. We want to open the dashboard file. So the file which is here. So we're going to copy that URL there. And then, okay. So we've got the file, the HTML version, but that isn't the file. That is simply the file link to my local place. I think we'll need to go into the Finder for that because Claude saves everything on our computer. So I'll just find that. So what's not clear to you or me is where this actually was. So we want to know, how do I know where Claude saved it to? Okay, so the HTML file, okay, so the link is fine. So it is the full path. Or right click the tab and choose show in Finder. Copy. So let's try that again. Of finding the file, pasting it into the chat to view it, to render it as an artifact. All right, so we're getting there. So because I've created an artifact in Claude Cowork, and it actually needs to be on claude.ai, which is the browser version of Claude, what it's suggesting that I do is I take the HTML from the finished article, which is this sort of interactive to-do list type thing, and get the HTML for it and then put it in. So we're going to paste it into this claude.ai web browser version of Claude. That way it would be displayed. However, I remember from my email editing days, if you go to any web page, you can click the right hand button and go view page source, and then it will give you the HTML code. So what I've done is gone to this, gone Control A, and then asked it to display this as an artifact. I'm going to paste in the HTML, change this to its cleverest version. I'm really hoping I can share this as a link, and once it's doing it. And then what will happen is, because I want to collaborate with my friend on this. Yep. Yes, exactly. See, it wasn't uploaded. So I can change it within Cowork and then share it with my friend on Claude.ai. So it's going to save the HTML directly, and then I can open it as an artifact. So an artifact is a little bit like a custom GPT, but it's sort of visual and it can, do things. So it's kind of like an app, basically. Just going to let that run to give you a sense of how long it takes. Hopefully I won't fall asleep in the sun. Of course, it is saved as an HTML artifact, except this version is local, so it's on my, it's in my files. And you can see how many times I've tried to open it, trying to make it work. And what this will do is it'll mean that because Paul and I and other people are working on the same tasks every day, it means that we can kind of gamify it. I've got a feeling at some point it will end up being more of a sort of interactive app where we can, as a kind of team, as a community from the school group, have our own little app to gamify what we're doing, because, there's a lot. So it's, there's a lot to keep on top of. Click the file to open the dashboard. Tap any tab to switch views. Tick the boxes to mark things done, and the orange now tags to show what you're working on right now. This version doesn't save your ticks. Yeah, fair enough. Well, we want it to start afresh because it's a daily to-do list, so that's totally fine. We're going to download this, and we're going to save it. Save. So now, why does that look like it's online still? Right, closing these. Okay, so no, you can't. Right, HTML publish artifact. Okay, so it's not very helpful at giving you all the steps, is it? Right, I'm just going to publish this artifact and copy the link. Copy link, right? And you can embed it as well, which means that you can put it in stuff. So I'll try and save that into school at some point, which would blow Sam Evans' mind, which I'll happily do again. Has been known to happen. So if I go to, so the recording of this Loom video is going to include the link to this, but for the purposes of showing you what is going to appear when Paul looks at what it is he's doing, when he gets it, is this incognito browser window, which you probably can't see. Yeah, awesome. And third-party cookies. Nah, that's fine. I don't know if you can see this or not, but it's worked. And it shows up. Also, it's mobile friendly, so I'm excited. That looks like. That was a full rundown of how to create an artifact and then publish it using the web version of Claude.ai, so that you can share it and give it as a template or an artifact or a cool interactive tool to your friends.